Okay, so today I have Tegan and Addie here, and we're going to teach a lesson about places and animals. So first, I want to show you this map. We have a map of the United States. Now, Tegan, where do we live in the United States? Do you remember what state we live in? You don't know the name of the state? We live in Utah?
Utah.
Addie, you know Utah? Good. Do you know what city you live in?
Utah.
You live in Utah. What city?
I don't know.
Salt Lake City?
Salt Lake City.
Remember? Yep, you just moved here to Salt Lake City. So that's right here on the map. That's
And you guys are right here.
We live just a little bit above you right here. But remember, we used to live, when we lived very far away, we used to live all the way up here in Northern Virginia.
And you used to live up there, and then we were up
here. Yeah.
And you guys used to drive to us.
We did drive to visit you several times. That's right. So you guys live in Utah, and we're going to read a story about some animals that lived in very different places, okay? So let's read the story. So this story is called Bear's Night Out. So what do you think Bear's Night Out would be about?
Bears go out at night and maybe like camp or do some fishing.
Maybe they could camp or do some fishing. What do you think, Abby? What do you think a story about Bear's Night Out would be about?
Camping?
Camping? Maybe. Okay, so let's listen to the story and see what we think. Megan loved bears more than anything else in the whole world. She had a polar bear, a grizzly bear, a panda bear, and even a koala bear. That's a lot of bears, right? Have you heard of all of those bears? Do you know what a panda bear is?
Panda bear, I don't know what that
Yep,
is.
the panda bears have the black.
Panda bear, yeah.
And the grizzly bears? Have you heard of a grizzly bear?
I've heard of it. I never know what it really is, though.
Yeah, a grizzly bear, they're really big. And sometimes people say that they're kind of mean, but they're big and brown. And then a koala bear and a polar bear. And a polar bear is what color? White.
So it blends in with the snow from his enemies.
That's
right. Why I live in North Pole, because it's all snowy, and looks like he's so snowy, and he's like a rock like full of like snow or something. But so
that
then
is a
he
good
like
point.
goes down when he sees one of his enemies. It goes down and closes his eyes, pretending he's a snow rock. And then when his enemies come by, if they don't know how to smell polar bears, they can just try to find a polar bear, but they can't because it's blending in.
Right. That's a good point. Yes, Addie.
But why do we have lots of animals?
Why do we have lots of animals? Why do you think? Because Heavenly Father made lots of animals, right? And we have some animals as pets, and we have some animals that we can see in the wild. Heavenly Father made lots of different animals. Okay, so we'll talk about that pet. So let's finish reading the story. So Megan loved all those bears, and she had all those bears as stuffed animals. She had other animals too, but it was only the bears that got to sleep in Megan's bed at night. Each night before bed, she gathered the bears around her and tucked them in. Before she closed her eyes, she told each of the bears to behave, and normally they did, but one summer night, the polar bear couldn't sleep. "It's too hot in here," he told the other bears. "I wish I were in the North Pole right now." "Where's the North Pole?" asked Panda. Have you heard of the North Pole?
Yeah.
The North Pole is all the way on the top.
I have on my school.
Yeah, in your school you heard about it? Yeah. And it's very cold. "I'll take you there if you want to go," said Polar Bear. Panda did want to go, and Grizzly and Koala did too. So the four bears slid down the bedpost and headed off north. When they arrived in the North Pole, Polar showed the other bears around. Koala did not feel very comfortable. "It's too cold," said Koala Bear. "I could never live here." "We polar bears have two kinds of fur. Some that is woolly and keeps us warm, and some that is spiky to keep us dry. And even though we are as white as the snow, we have thick black skin that keeps us comfortable." Did you know that? They have black skin, and then over their black skin is the white skin. And that's what keeps them warm in the winter.
And they always have heat stored in their body.
That's right. That's right. They have heat in their body. It was nice to meet your friends and family, said Koala, but I wish I were somewhere warmer. So the bears headed south, all the way down to Australia. That's where koalas live.
And then it was too
Koala showed her friends around. Is there something to drink? Asked Grizzly.
Why do we have these stuffed animals?
I'll show you in a second. Is there something to drink? Asked Grizzly. It's hot in here and I'm thirsty. So what do you think about Australia? What do you think
is only meant, so like polar bears are meant for snow and coldness.
That's right.
They have heat stored in their body.
That's right.
But if polar bears were in
if polar bears were in Australia?
If polar bears were in Australia and they still had the heat that was in their body,
yeah,
they would be way too cold. That's why
that's right.
But koalas don't have the heat stored in their body.
That's right. So that's in a hot place.
And same for lions and zebras.
That's right. Okay, so the next part. Koala bears eat eucalyptus, said Koala, and we get all the water we need from the leaves. Koala shared some eucalyptus with her bear friends, and they all got sleepy. But just before they were about to have a nap, Grizzly's tummy began to roar. I'm hungry. I wish I were in the mountains by a nice cold stream. So the bears headed west, all the way to Canada. What's in Canada?
Canada.
Who lives in Canada that we know?
Wait, you guys.
Yeah. I'll grab it. So they went to Canada, and then they went to China, where the panda bear lives. Yeah. Have you heard of China?
China.
Yeah. So they had enjoyed their trip around the world, but felt sad that there were only a few panda bears left in China.
Oh, no.
When they had all snuggled back in bed with Megan, Panda lifted up his head and smiled. I'm so thankful to have other bear friends just like you, Panda said. Friends don't have to be panda bears. Other kind of bears are just as nice. The bears smiled and hugged each other and then closed their eyes and went to sleep. A moment later, Koala sat up again. I have a secret to tell you, she said. I'm not really a bear at all. I wish I were a bear, but I'm actually a marsupial.
Oh.
I hope you'll love me just the same. None of the bears said a word. They were already fast asleep. But just when Koala thought her secret was still a secret, she heard a tiny voice. I love you just the same as all the other bears, Koala, Megan said. And sometimes I wish I were a bear too. Wasn't that a good story?
Mm-hmm.
So we talked about lots of different places and we talked about different bears. Now I asked you to bring your stuffed animals. So I want you to show me your favorite stuffed animals. Tegan, why don't you go first and tell me about your favorite stuffed animal?
I would prefer Addie go first.
Okay, Addie, you go first. You want to talk about your stuffed animal? Let's see it. Can you show the camera?
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay. That's your stuffed animal. What's her name?
Abba. Amber from Sophia.
Amber? Okay, and she's from the TV show Sophia, right? And why do you like her?
Because we just got her like with so she can I say something from the camera to the camera? She got it. Mom actually got it for me. That's when she started watching Sophia at first. You really
so you both.
And I love Amber. But
yeah.
I don't love Amber. Sophia's actually my favorite. That's why I have her in the closet.
Yeah, that's why you have sisters to share toys, right?
Yeah.
Right, Abby?
Mm-hmm.
So I love that she has a green dress on. That's very pretty.
It's yellowish greenish.
Yellowish green.
Yeah.
Okay, Tegan, tell me about your stuffed animal. What's his name?
His name is Snuggles. It's hard to see on the back of his head.
Okay. His name is Snuggles.
His name is Snuggles. And I got him for Christmas last year. I think it was last year.
Okay. Now, I want to talk about things that you like and don't like. Do you know those words, like and don't like?
Yeah.
Okay. So, Addie, why don't you come here so that we can see you? Why don't you come here? Can you tell me something that you like? What's one of your favorite things that you like?
Food and vegetables that don't have anything on them.
Food and vegetables that don't have anything.
We're talking about toys.
What else? No, we can talk about anything. Just whatever she likes. What else do you like?
Books. I like too.
You like books? Very good. Now, what's something that you don't like?
Do you remember those carrots that we ate too much?
Yeah.
I like them.
You don't like those carrots that we ate for dinner? Yeah, that's okay. You don't have to like them. Okay, Tegan, why don't you tell me something that you like? Okay, stay here.
I like my pet Snuggles.
Okay, and what's something that you don't like?
Something I don't like is, well, the color black and white and gray.
Okay, that's a good.
And also, I don't like, monsters in dark.
Okay. Addie, why don't you ask Tegan what her favorite color is?
What's my favorite color?
Okay. Anything else that you can ask her about what she likes? What is?
Pretend you're being a missionary, asking me questions.
Yeah. So what else could you ask her about something that she likes?
Do you like fruit? I like certain kinds of fruit.
That's a good answer. So Tegan, why don't you ask Addie something that she likes?
What's your favorite color? Purple and pink.
Purple and pink. Good answer.
What is your favorite toy? Amber. And what do you think of stuffing?
That's a funny question because it's almost Thanksgiving, right?
I don't know about stuffing.
You don't know about stuffing? Okay.
We're not going to have stuffing this Thanksgiving.
No. Oh, okay. All right. Well, thank you for your help. You've been such a good class.
Now we're going to